What's up guys, my name is George Holm, the Northern Prawn, and welcome to another episode of Minolta and Me. I'm just kidding, it's another episode of Now Then. Don't you know that I heard through the grapevine? In today's episode of Now Then, I would like to tell you a story. This story is from when I was 18. I'd just finished school and gone into a job for the summer, and then my friend and I had decided to go travelling at the end of that year. But during the period of time before going travelling, I'd sort of got in a bit of a rut. My main passion was film and photography, but during this rut period, I'd sort of left all of that. I sort of stopped putting any effort into pursuing that in a serious way, even after having studied it at college for 2 years. So by the time it came to going travelling, I sort of was just ready to hit the reset button. I was just like, I need to be away from my life as I knew it and just sort of rediscover what I cared about and what was really important to me. So my friend and I, when we went to Asia, two 18-year-old boys in Asia, obviously we do a lot of stupid things. On one of the stupid things, shenanigans evenings, we were in a bar and I'd left my smartphone at the time on a pool table. For a second, thinking I'm still in Yorkshire, that I can just pop it down for a sec, go grab my pint, come back and it'll be there. Not really a thing in Cambodia, mate. Someone nicked my phone, so there you go. So for a few days, like a week or so, I'm not sure how long it was, but I was without a phone or a camera. My phone was my camera. So I, after a few days, decided, well, I need a phone, really, just for contacting home, for sorting things out, and just scroll Facebook, obviously. So I ended up picking up this tasty little number. I don't even know what it's actually called. I think it's a Samsung Galaxy Pocket, but I don't think it's a Galaxy. It's terribly outdated. The slowest thing I've ever used, the slowest piece of modern technology I've ever used, but you can remove the battery and it's got expandable storage. So yeah, I mean, it's better than some phones today in that sense. So I had a new phone, but I needed a new camera. And after walking through a town in Cambodia for a bit, I found a hole-in-the-wall camera shop that was selling like film cameras, digital cameras, all sorts. Digital cameras were all very expensive. And I sort of was thinking, well, SD cards, batteries, all that sort of thing, might not be worth it. So I ended up getting this Minolta X-700. I didn't really know what to expect of it. I'd never used a film camera before, I'd never loaded film before. I just knew that you have to get it developed. for the most part, that's all I really knew. But this became like my thing. Like, I just absolutely loved it. I quickly learned how to load the film. I had to download like a PDF onto my phone to make that work. I learned how to load film, how to expose things properly with a manual camera, and I fell in love with it. I was like infatuated with it. Like just the medium, like the 50mm lens, the little like satisfying like clicky noise when you took a photo. There was something just really amazing about it. And I remember like the first couple of rolls of film I shot, or maybe like the first like 8 or 10 rolls of film I shot, I didn't see those for about 4 or 5 months after I took the photos, because I couldn't find anywhere in Asia that would develop them and sort of give them to me in a way that I could transport them. So I mailed back all these rolls of film back to the UK to then develop when I got home, which was like the longest thing ever. It meant that I didn't see half of these photos, for the best part of half a year. But there was just this like romanticism about, capturing something, not being able to instantly go check what it looks like, delete or whatever. You just take it and don't even know, like, does that even work? Like, I genuinely, for a bit, was just thinking, like, am I using the film right? Like, is it in the right way? Is any of this really working? While I was traveling, this camera was with me through the good times and the bad times. the times in the Philippines with my old friends, the times in Australia with the new friends that I met on Gumtree, and the times in Australia when I was on my own, living out the back of a car, driving just wherever, like just exploring for the sake of exploring. It was the key thing. I always look at it and I see it as the key thing that helped me reignite my passion for photography and for video and for film. That camera and that phone became my go-to items. They were the things that I always was like, oh, have I got that with me? Have I got this with me? Despite their outdatedness and their actual kind of lack of functionality, they became things that I really attached to. And for that reason, I'm never gonna get rid of them. These photos are from Asia and Australia back in 2014, all taken on this camera. This is the first photo ever taken of me on this camera. And the first photo of me that I think is really like, I like that photo. It was just a period of time where one thing was happening and I was just traveling, just seeing what was happening, meeting new people, saying yes to every opportunity that came my way, which is definitely an experience that I've learned from a lot. I continued to use the camera when I got back to the UK, and I was taking it to festivals and parties and just any sort of day out. I thought that this would be really nice to capture. Something about capturing things on film and like the imperfection of the image that comes with it that I just thought it was just like weirdly timeless. Like I look at the photos that I've taken on it and I haven't done anything to it. There's often not an awful lot of afterthought gone into it or really like pre-planning or anything like that. But there's something about the images that you get that are just gorgeous. I just love them. They're amazing. For that reason, I've recently picked it up and I've decided to use it for a few specific things, because I think there's certain areas that it really, really shines. I have this camera to thank for reigniting my passion for photography. And not only that, but for showing me that I should be grateful for having a passion in the first place. Because it's the driving force behind a lot of what I do. Outside of like my appreciation of like my friends and family and my circumstance, but knowing that this is something I really, really want to pursue and enjoy and work for is like, I can't imagine life without it. And I lost my way when I was 18, but this thing, like this thing, helped me find my way again. And I love it for that. It's amazing. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed this. I know it's very different, but I thought I'd share this like in an honest way. And I'm probably gonna do more videos like this because this felt quite nice to do. And let me know if you enjoyed it and if you'd like to see more like this. If you don't want to see it, I won't make them. If you really don't want to see it, I won't do it. But I'll probably make them anyway. I'd also like to thank Mason Summers. Mason is another YouTuber from the UK. He makes brilliant videos online. I recently won his giveaway, which included these two books. I somehow won twice, but got these two books. One which was Steal Like an Artist, which looks pretty interesting. I like the look of it. And then the 10 times rule as well. I'm gonna be getting started on these very soon, Mason. Thank you very much. I also especially like, he left me an inscription on the inside of Steal Like an Artist that says, George, run with it, make cool shit. I like that, man. Thank you. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Hit the subscribe button down below so you see my future videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.